I've adopted over 20 rescue cats over the years, and I changed every single one of their names. And before you panic thinking, but won't that confuse them? Science says cats not only can learn new names, they might actually prefer it. I'm Susan, an accredited feline behavior professional, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly why renaming your rescue cat could be the best gift you give them. Here's the thing most people don't realize: when cats come into shelters, they're often given completely random names by staff. Your new cat might not even know the name on their adoption papers. They're just trying to make the cats more appealing to adopters than a number would be. But here's where it gets more serious. If your cat is an owner surrender, meaning someone gave them up, that original name might carry some really heavy baggage. Think about it: if a cat came from a neglectful home, their name might be associated with punishment, fear, even pain. Every time they heard that name, it predicted something bad was coming. So when you bring that cat home and give them a fresh start with a new name, you're literally giving them permission to leave that trauma behind and build positive associations from scratch. And even if there's no abuse in the picture, maybe you just don't vibe with the name Fluffy or Mittens, and that's totally okay too. This is your cat now, and you get to choose. Now, you might be wondering if cats can actually learn their names. They absolutely can. And we have research to prove it. A 2019 study found that cats can differentiate their own names from other words, even when complete strangers say their name. They know their name, and that it refers to them. But here's what's really mind-blowing: cats in multi-cat households can learn at least one other cat's name, and possibly even a human family member's name. Why would they bother? Well, cats have lived alongside humans for at least 10,000 years. They figured out that communication with us is a pretty smart survival strategy. Think about it: one cat gets attention when their owner calls their name, but not when the owner calls another cat's name. So they learn to pay attention to these specific sounds, because there's something in it for them. Cats rarely meow to each other, but they meow to humans all the time. They evolved this behavior to communicate with us, because we responded favorably. It worked, so they kept doing it. Learning a name? That's just an extension of something they've been doing for thousands of years. Let me tell you about 3 of my rescue cats who prove this works. Raven, or as the shelter called her, Taylor, was 16 years old when I adopted her. 16. She was frail, fluffy, and hard of hearing. Everyone thought I was crazy to change an elderly cat's name. But within a week, Raven knew her new name. She had to adapt to a busy household with other cats and dogs, and she did it with complete grace. That name change was part of her fresh start, and she owned it. This is Oakley. When we adopted him, his name was Lucky. He was found abandoned in a parking lot, left in a cat carrier with a note that said, "I have been abandoned." A kind woman rescued him, and after months in foster care, he came to us. But Lucky didn't feel right for a cat who'd been abandoned and gone through who knows what. Oakley represents his fresh start: bold, confident, and full of character. And within days, he knew exactly who Oakley was. And here's one of my favorite stories: Jeffrey. We rescued Jeffrey as an orphan kitten from a parking lot in Dubai. This cat was legendary. He had the loudest meow you've ever heard. The whole neighborhood knew when Jeffrey was coming home from his daily adventures. One night, Jeffrey didn't come home. We walked the streets for hours calling his name. Finally, I heard this irritated and slightly anxious meow coming from our neighbor's shed. Our bold little guy had gotten himself locked in. Because Jeffrey knew his name and responded to it immediately, we found him. That's why teaching your cat their name matters. It's not just cute, it can literally save their life. So how do you actually do this? It's easier than you think. I use positive reinforcement, the same training method that works for dogs, horses, dolphins, alligators. In other words, every animal you can imagine. You reward the behavior you want, and your cat learns to repeat it. Here's my exact process. Step 1. Start in a quiet room with no distractions. Say your cat's new name in a friendly, upbeat tone. The second they look at you, even just a glance, give them a high-value treat. Something they absolutely love. Do this 5 to 6 times, then take a break. Repeat throughout the day. Step 2. Once they're reliably looking at you when you say their name, move a few steps away. Say their name, and when they approach you, jackpot reward. Make it rain treats. If they need encouragement, tap the ground to get them curious. But wait for them to come to you. Step 3. Gradually increase distance. Start in the same room, then try from different rooms. Eventually, you'll be in the kitchen and they'll come running from anywhere in the house. Pro tip: pair name training with something they already love. I do it at feeding time. They're already running to the kitchen when they hear the food cupboard open. I just add their names as the cue. The timeline? In my experience, most cats learn their new name within a few days to a week. Some faster, some slower, but it's never taken longer than 2 weeks. And if you want to ease the transition, you can pair the old name with a new one for a few days, like Taylor Raven, then gradually drop the old name. But honestly, I've never needed to do this. Positive reinforcement works that fast. Here's what I want you to take away from this: it's never too late to change your cat's name. I've renamed 16-year-old senior cats. I've renamed cats who'd been in their shelter for months. I've renamed cats within hours of bringing them home. Your cat doesn't care about the name itself, they care about what that name predicts. And when you teach them that their new name predicts treats, affection, play, safety, and attention, they'll embrace it. So if you're sitting there with your new rescue cat, wondering if you should keep Whiskers or rename them Esmeralda or Augustus, do what feels right for you. You can always take your time to try out a few names. See what sticks, and what matches your cat's personality. Your cat will have this name for the rest of their life, so it's worth getting it right. But once you decide, trust me, they'll learn it faster than you think. Because at the end of the day, what matters isn't the name on the adoption papers. It's the life you're building together. And sometimes, a new name is the perfect way to start that new chapter and leave the past behind. Drop a comment and tell me, did you change your rescue cat's name? What did you change it from and to? And how long did it take them to learn it? If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because I share science-backed cat behavior advice every single week, from the perspective of someone who's lived with 20+ rescue cats and counting. For more insights about your cat, grab your free behavior guides today. Links are below. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cat and Dog House for more deep dives into pet behavior. Thanks for watching. Come see us at catanddoghouse.com/cats.